Welcome, 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 and thank you very much for joining Future Frontier Fest by FINOLAB 4F 2022. My name is Chris Wells, and I will be your host for this evening. So today is the final day of 4F, and we've had a fantastic time, and we hope that you have as well. Now today, on the fifth day, is our FINOPITCH FinTech Startup Contest. We will start by showing the pitches from 7 companies from Japan, and we'll continue with 7 companies from outside of Japan in our global competition. We're also going to have time for you to vote for your audience favorite, so be sure to watch carefully, and during the voting time, we'll have a keynote message and other interesting videos. Finally, we will announce the Supporters Award, the Audience Award, and the Grand Prize. Just like last year, all the pitches will be delivered by video due to the pandemic. We would like to ask all of you to vote for the Audience Award during and after the pitches. Winners will be decided separately for the domestic and the international categories. To cast your vote, please read the QR code currently displayed on the screen or use the web link on the Fino channel page. And now we will show you the pitch video from each finalist. Let's start with the finalists from Japan. As I mentioned, we asked the startups all to submit a 7-minute video upon application. And once again, we would like to remind all the viewers to vote for the Audience Award, as you are the judge, so please watch carefully. Okay, now the first video is from ABCash Technologies Incorporated for ABCare.
My name is Mao Inoue from the marketing division ABCash Technologies. We aim to improve financial wellness in Japan by neutral financial education. Financial wellness is also considered important from the perspective of the SDGs. Let's see the current situation about financial wellness in Japan. If we look at the students and the business people separately, there have been no opportunities for both of them to learn about finance. For high school students, financial education will be officially introduced in April 2022. However, business people like us will not have such an opportunity in the future. Comparing the US and Japan, only 1% of Japanese companies are actively working on financial wellness, and Japan is still lagging far behind the US. As a result, there are many problems in Japan, such as there are many people who are scared to start investing or employees who have neglected their 401k even though their company has introduced it. In terms of solving their problem, many people say that they went to a money seminar and ended up being sold financial products, or they tried to study on YouTube, but they only watched it once and couldn't continue. That is why we provide ABCare, a cloud-based financial wellness service for employees. It is available for 300 yen per person per month. We provide support from neutral position, so there is no fear of being sold financial products. Here is a video showing the contents of the service. First of all, after logging in, you will be given a self-test chosen by AI. Based on the result of the self-test, learning contents will be recommended in a way that suits each individual. From the data of more than 20,000 Q&As, you will be shown the Q&As that suits you. In addition, there are over 100 videos that are concise and easy to understand. The site covers all areas related to money, from saving to investment. Furthermore, since each person has different problems regarding money, you can consult with experts via chat about your personal money problems and questions. The service is designed so that the experts do not sell financial products, but give neutral advice. We have received more than 10,000 orders in total, and here are some examples of companies that have received orders. As for the innovativeness of our solution, we have the money-related data of more than 10,000 people, and use AI to personalize it. Currently, we have already developed all types of diagnostic charts and financial education videos. We will continue to use AI and data to supplement our products to provide more advanced personalized support for financial wellness. Here are the members. Our team consists mainly of members who have worked as system managers and product managers at CyberAgent. In addition, we also have members from financial institutions such as insurance and securities. Finally, please let me introduce the company profile. We are a fintech company that relieves financial worries. Kodama, the president of the company, was previously the business manager of Ameba Blog and Abema TV. Here is the list of the shareholders. Rolla is our brand ambassador, and we have been introduced in many media. The company's mission is to put a period to financial worries. We are committed to improving financial wellness in Japan through financial education, which is also important from the perspective of the SDGs. Thank you very much for your listening.
And that was ABCash Technologies Incorporated for ABCare, which is a financial wellness service for employees. Very interesting and definitely something that I think a lot of people will be interested in. Now, up next, we have DATAZORA Company Limited for REVSWAP.
Hi, I'm Aram Zanzalian and we're DATAZORA. Today I'd like to introduce REVSWAP, our financing solution for companies with recurring revenue. REVSWAP connects SaaS businesses, subscription companies, and other companies with recurring revenue with dilution-free financing. Investors on our platform can buy future revenue at a small discount from businesses. Equity fundraising is a slow process, and founders need to give up equity for financing. Debt financing is limited for companies that are not profitable, and borrowing from multiple financial institutions is a slow process. Currently, businesses also heavily discount monthly contract prices by more than 20% to secure annual revenue upfront. REVSWAP aims to provide fast, flexible financing at a low discount rate to businesses with predictable revenue. Through our platform, investors will also gain access to a new asset class and a diversified portfolio of future recurring revenue streams from multiple businesses. We will be able to connect to multiple accounting software APIs, e-commerce platforms, and payment APIs through one unified API. Through this seamless data integration, we will be able to quickly ascertain key recurring revenue KPIs, churn rates, and enable same-day financing for businesses. Investors will also have the confidence to bid on future cash flows through transparent data sharing. We are currently building out integrations for some of the major payment and accounting software APIs. Using this data, we can seamlessly gather important KPIs for recurring revenue. including MRR, churn rates, and other financial KPIs. We currently purchase contracts ourselves from businesses, but we are also building out an exchange for other investors to bid on recurring revenue streams. Through our data integration, investors can evaluate the value of each contract on our platform and accordingly place a bid. Through our KPI platform, we also hope to facilitate data sharing and communication between companies, other investors, and other stakeholders. We can monetize our service by taking a percentage of contract values transacted through the platform, or by offering our API aggregation as a service to other fintechs and financial service providers. In the US and Europe, numerous fintechs already rely on such API aggregators, which have yet to proliferate in Japan. Our team is made up of experts in quantitative finance, big data processing, and software engineering, as well as financial law. We have experience delivering data to some of the biggest financial institutions in Japan and developing trading and credit scoring models. Our legal team member also previously handled lending law at the FSA. We are confident that we can scale our service technologically and in accordance with all relevant laws. There are multiple companies outside Japan already offering financing to businesses with recurring revenue. Many of these services are built on API aggregators, not yet fully developed in Japan. It is still early days in Japan for this form of alternative lending, but we hope to be a leading player in enabling this transformation. Thank you for listening.
And that was DATAZORA Company Limited for REVSWAP, providing dilution-free financing for business with recurring revenue. Very interesting line of business, which seems to have taken off more outside of Japan, and they're bringing it right here to Japan. Now, up next, we have JPYC Incorporated for JPYC.
Hi, my name is Noritaka Okabe. I am the CEO of JPYC Inc. Today, I'd like to pitch my project to you. I eat a lot of katsu and go to a lot of saunas, and I like talking about it. But today, we will discuss JPYC. What is JPYC? What are we trying to do? Why are we doing this? How will JPYC change crypto in Japan? How far are we in our mission? Why do we work with? What else should you know? This video will answer all of these questions. What is JPYC? JPYC is a stablecoin backed by JPY. JPYC is a pioneer Japanese stablecoin and has universal capability in daily use and DeFi. We use Central IO Open Protocol and maintain exchange rate at 1 JPYC for 1 JPY. How do you get JPYC? Anyone can get it by using bank transfer or crypto exchange. Bank transfer method is very easy. You fill online form, do bank transfer, and we send JPYC to your wallet. JPYC is great for daily payments. You can now use JPYC to shop at Matsuya Ginza, a very big department store in Ginza. We are working to get more vendors to accept JPYC. JPYC is great for DeFi. No more volatile crypto is necessary for DeFi in Japan. We make crypto less scary for risk-averse investor and user. We are working to make it super easy to do DeFi with JPYC. Many users use JPYC also as alternative to central exchange for crypto to fiat. We are prepaid coin, so you can exchange to other prepaid to use everywhere. There is liquidity pool for JPYC on DEX. Many people have JPYC now. We have issued $5 million of JPYC from January 2021 launch. We are growing very quickly. We think JPYC will go more faster. Global blockchain market is growing at 1,000% year on year. We are getting ready to issue $30 billion of JPYC by 2026. JPYC aim to make crypto and DeFi in Japan easier and less scary. JPYC can also automate accounting and tax, and save you and your company time and resource. JPYC is necessary for Japan to keep up with blockchain. Without JPYC, it will always be hard and risky to do crypto, DeFi, and blockchain in Japan. We solve that issue and push Japan forward. We want all JPYC users to begin blockchain, so we give coin to new users. We are bringing a big Japanese crowd to crypto. We are moving first because Japan have to move first. We are late to blockchain. The USA already have many big blockchain projects and strong developer community. We have yet to have that. Our goal is to update Japan using JPYC. We will update Japan to be Web 3.0 ready by 2026. We will implement more and more use of JPYC while issuing more JPYC. We evolved rapidly as a stablecoin. Circle Internet Financial Limited is one of our main investors. They are valued at about 500 billion yen on NYSE and have a stablecoin called USDC. We make sure Japan JPYC is regulated appropriately. We have this license to do JPYC right now, but we are working ultimately to get banking license. This will expand JPYC usage. We are also working closely with main partner company. We are responsible for making sure Japan has a good stable coin. Our responsibility is what makes us profitable, and our future is what enables Japan's future. Thank you for listening. Before ending, I'd like to introduce people on our team and other important info. Please refer to slide.
All right, that was JPYC Incorporated for JPYC, a Japanese yen prepaid payment instrument used on public blockchain. Very interesting, bringing a stable coin to Japan, and it sounds like there's going to be a lot of interest in the future. Up next, we have Meme Company Limited for manimo.
Hello, I'm Masairo, who is the founder of Meme Corporation. Meme is a company that teaches financial literacy for kids and aims to be a payment solution company for the next generation for digital natives. Before moving to our service, let me introduce some facts. Japanese government had set the goal of increasing cashless payments to about 40% of all transactions by 2025. What's happening if parents use cashless payments only? Cashless payments is very useful and there are many advantages. However, if parents pay by cards only and the kids are losing the opportunity of shopping and chores. This is because parents don't have cash to give their children. Since the concept of money is changing cash to cashless, there is an increasing necessity for children to learn about money. Here is some numbers about digital natives. More than 80% of children aged 6 to 12 are able to access on the internet and play games. Nowadays, the number of billing trouble is increasing among children, especially below age 12. Some of the reasons why this is happening is that sometimes mobile application requires to register the credit card, so parents register the card information for kids. To sum up, two problems are existing. First of all, there are no payment tools for children other than cash. The second problem is that parents want their kids to grow up with financial literacy. Many of them don't know how to teach about money to their kids, which means they have less experience of being taught about money from others. We are going to solve this problem with mobile application called manimo. Manimo is teaching how to spend, save, and earn money with issuing kids debit cards. I'd like you to show you how it works by video. There are three main functions of manimo. First of all, kids earn money through chores. Kids and parents create a chore list. And when kids complete a chore, they can receive an allowance through the application. Also, kids can use their debit card at online and physical stores. Parents control how much kids can spend and get the real-time notification every time they spend money. Moreover, kids create the wish and saving goal lists, so they can learn how to save their own money. Manimo is the debit card and application for families who wish their children to grow up with financially smart. Let's see some demonstration video. For the parents can see what children has done and how much they spend money. Also, they can receive notification every time card is used and children's activities. In this case, the girl created a chore list. When the chore is done, parents check the lists and send the approval to the girl. Then the girl can receive money to her account. Moreover, let's see the girl set the goal of saving for buying a birthday gift for her mother, and she set the schedule which she saves 200 yen for every week. Then all she has to do is what she has decided. It's easy and simple. Here is more functions. Since some physical stores cannot use a debit card, kids can withdraw their money at ATM. Parents can also control how much kids can use money daily and monthly. Kids also can use the debit card at overseas. In near future, we are going to add financial content for kids to learn more about finance. About business model, the manimo is monthly subscription model. The user needs to pay about $3 per month in order to use these full functions. Let's move to competitors. In Japanese market, at the moment, we don't have direct competitors who is providing the financial education service with payment tools for kids. However, there are some payments business companies and also some Japanese banks will be our potential competitors. For the competitive advantage, we have done the applying for business model patent in Japan. Next is about the market size. The total addressable market is $240 billion. Our year target is $5.3 billion market. This market will go in double in next 3 years. About the traction, we are going to release the beta version of application on this April and release the official application in this summer. We have a business partnership in embedded finance with the bank GMO Alternate Bank. The benefit of this partnership is that since bank issues kids' debit card, kids can withdraw money from ATM, parents can transfer money to their kids with more safe securities. At first stage, we will focus on teaching kids how to manage their money with debit card. In the future, we will add more contents of financial literacy so both parents and children can learn everything about finance in this application. Our team is built by engineers, designers, and advisors who have background as worked with bank and ed startups. I'm the founder of this company and I'm also the board of director of Japan Financial Education Association. Prior to this, I was the manager of overseas business at a trading company for 6 years. Through this experience, I became aware of the inconvenience of money transfer system and the lack of payment solution in Japan. After gaining experience in management of financial education lecture for kids and parents, I started this business because I saw many parents had trouble with money, especially in management, and they deeply regretted why they haven't learned about money. I'm the one of this mother and I could understand them because there are no chance to learn about finance until I became a mother. Now we believe that children who use our service can control their money, and this helps children to live their own life and not affected by economy and social crisis. Thank you.
And that was Meme Company Limited for manimo, an educational money application for kids. We've certainly come a long way from piggy banks, and I'm sure there will be a lot of interest in this program. All right, up next we have Sustainable Lab Incorporated for TERRAST.
Hello everyone, my name is Yuki Kishi. I am a CFO at Sustainable Lab. Today I'd like to talk about our company and our flagship product, TERRAST, in the coming 7 minutes. And if you are interested in, please reach out to me for further discussion. So let's get dive in. So what's happening in the current society? Obviously, SDGs, ESGs, circular economy, those movements are becoming a big matter for many enterprises and the governments and financial institutions. In short, we are moving towards sustainability transformation. In other words, companies will be analyzed from not only financial perspective, but also non-financial perspective, like ESG, SDGs. This is an unstoppable trend at global scale. Hence, there are many companies and financial institutions trying to adopt in this new environment. So in this mega trend, there are many problems. In short, there are a huge gap between what people want to do and what they can do. Let's look at financial institutions. There are people involved in ESG sectors such as ESG strategists, equity analysts, bankers, and asset managers. Currently, there are many ESG initiatives and ratings that make them really hard to compare with different measures. Logics are different and often black boxed. Basically, at this point, there's no worldwide standards to assess and evaluate non-financial data. And that's why they're having many difficulties and spending loads of time in their workflows. There are also another big needs from enterprise side, like corporate planning, investor relations team, sustainability teams. They are often getting orders from their top management to work on ESG initiatives. Once again, based on the research, they're also facing many issues, like how to measure their sustainability or SDGs progresses, how they're doing against their competitors at the moment. And unfortunately, there's no standard to measures to answer those questions at the moment as well. And that's why We are here today to solve these issues. TERRAST, which is AI-powered SDG ESG's data bank, we collect data related to SDG ESG initiatives from open data sources, alternative data sources, and closed data sources. We analyze them and generate sustainability scores and reports. How our customers utilize TERRAST. For example, people working at financial institutions such as SDG analysts, they can now easily access multiple sustainability data sources, easy to compile, analyze, and generate outputs. For enterprise side, such as corporate planning teams, it is beneficial for them to quickly understand their sustainability scores, makes them identify their strengths and weaknesses, and market positionings in the SDG spaces. So TERRAST will give them insights how to make better sustainability strategies and actions. So this is a quick snapshot of how we are different to other vendors. We are different in two ways. Number one, we are disclosing scoring methodologies, which are usually black box for other vendors. And number two, we are providing multiple methodologies to simulate risk and opportunities. We understand that each companies have different philosophies and focus points. For example, some looking more on the environment, some looking more on diversities. And we believe that we can serve those needs by providing multiple methodologies. So this is a leadership team. We have people from sustainability background, data science background, and finance background. And we believe that we are one of the Asia's leading SDG ESG data science professionals at the moment. Achievements, we already have 30 plus clients. We have already worked with many accelerators, and we have collaborated with municipal bodies, universities, and we also presented at COP26 last year. And we are leading sustainability transformation in Japan. And now let's move on to our product. So this is our product page. If we log in, you can do three things at the moment. You can analyze the company by itself, compare the companies, and we have portfolio management functions. And you can find a company by entering the company name, so ticker code, or you can alternatively find companies by industries. If I click food industries, for example, and hit search, it gives you all the details. And if I click a single company, what happens is it gives you overall sustainability score. It gives you the ESG scores, E by ESG, and it also gives you the SDG scores as well as some of the materialities. You can also drill down for each component. For example, environment, we have these list of components as well as S and G, and we can further drill down to a raw data as well, like listed here. You can also see the historical movements of a company's diversity, for example, in this case. And you can also compare the companies. If I click these three companies, you can easily see the comparison of how it's doing for the historical data, as well as if we click each individual data, it gives you the actual raw data used to analyze the scores. Of course, you can download them later. So what we are trying to achieve here is every users, every analyst, they can easily know where they are and they can easily access every data, easily compare, easily analyze, and generate the reports. So that's all from us. If you're interested in, please reach out to me for further discussion. Thank you very much.
And that was Sustainable Lab Incorporated for TERRAST, an AI-driven SDG and ESG data platform. Well, the Sustainable Development Goals are certainly in the news these days. All right, moving along. We have Toggle GK for Toggle.
Hey, I'm Armanak, and I'm here to tell you that retail investment is broken. In the last decade, we've seen big efforts in design, UX, friction-free onboarding with the likes of Robinhood and TOS. That's great. It should solve all the issues, right? Not quite. The problem is customer retention. 75% of retail traders lose all their investment. Look around you, that's 3 out of every 4. It's shocking. So we've made onboarding easier and faster, buying and selling simpler. So now retail traders lose their money directly from their smartphones. So let's fix it. You know the rules. Don't exceed the speed limit, right? But what if you have no clue what speed you're going at? It's the same with investment. Everyone says buy on the low, sell on the high. Right. But how do you know where you are? And that's where Toggle comes in. It's your dashboard with all the tools, bells, whistles, funky electronics, and cruise control. Market analysis augmented by machine learning and AI at your fingertips. It's that simple. Load a security, see all the relevant data to help you make the right decision at the right time. And no more BS news. Our AI will help filter out all the noise and memes. We give you insights. And no, it's not another trading app. Stay with the broker of your choice. We're here as a sidekick, kind of like Waze. It goes with you whatever car you decide to ride today. Toggle is always with you. So join us, a growing community of 70,000 retail users who are managing over $1 billion in assets. And also join the institutional customers who they are managing over $200 billion in assets. I'll leave you with my co-founder Giuseppe to showcase Toggle for you.
Hello everybody, I'm Giuseppe, co-founder of Toggle, and together we will look at what Toggle can do for you. Toggle is an app built around universal use cases: idea discovery, investment due diligence, portfolio construction, and portfolio monitoring. Whether you're looking at a major equity index like S&P 500 or Tesla or Bitcoin, Toggle builds a narrative around the data that is most distinctive for the security. It might tell you, for example, that S&P recently reached an attractive valuation level, and build a narrative around why that is important for the stock. It might read the data about Tesla and the news about the stock and highlight the ones that are more interesting and worthy of your attention. Or it might simply track the price of Bitcoin for you. Toggle does that for any stock, any cryptocurrency, any index or fixed income benchmark in the world. And it allows you, just like a search engine, to build portfolios, baskets, and investment constructs around your style. Whether you're looking, for example, to invest in value equities in the US, or you're looking to create baskets of strong momentum stocks, Toggle is easy to use, and it highlights and brings to the surface the most compelling opportunities. And once you found them, it lets you test them, it lets you play with the data and firm up your assumptions. For example, maybe we may want to buy Tesla on a large S&P drop day. We ask ourselves, what happens to Tesla when S&P is down 4%? And in an instant, we get a response, which is, this shows promise. There is something to say about Tesla going up on a large down day. And beyond that, Toggle builds a narrative not just around your stocks of interest, but around your entire portfolio watch list. It keeps an eye for you on your securities, and it alerts you of data that you should be aware of events that should be meaningful for you, allowing you to dig deep and efficiently into any new investment situation. Truly, Toggle tries to build a narrative that makes you a better investor because it brings to the surface what truly matters for your securities. Thank you.
Thanks, Giuseppe. We're a small team of motivated tech and investment professionals with a global presence and offices in New York, Tokyo, and London. And we're getting pretty serious about it too. We now have a full-time chief legal officer, a CFO, and of course, our very own chief security officer dog. Be careful. A little about our track record. I'm Armanak, repeat entrepreneur, a tech enthusiast, and I hold a master's degree in strategy from ESCP. We've completed Series A with some very strategic investors like Stanley Druckenmiller, Mitsubishi, Interactive Brokers, and others. And we're growing in Asia, a strategic market where almost half of adults own an investment account.
Our roadmap sees us develop further and more advanced AI features and continue with our integrations with global major brokerages, including domain operators in Asia. In conclusion, our vision is to create a next generation investing app, an app that goes beyond simple access to the market and weaves the narrative out of data, helping traders do as well as they can. Thank you for your time and for watching our video.
And that was Toggle GK for Toggle, providing advanced investment analysis to all investors. Very interesting that is a stockbroker neutral platform. And we're going to move on now to Visual Alpha Company Limited for Visual Alpha Portfolio Monitoring.
Hi, this is Jeff, CEO of Visual Alpha. We are a B2B fintech startup based in Tokyo. We started from 2019, and we provide innovative cloud solutions to automate data management and client reporting for investment management industry. Let me share my screen to give you more detail. The reporting cycle is always very onerous, very error-prone for everybody in the investment management industry, from asset managers, who are the report publisher, and asset owners, who are the report receivers. They spend hours and hours to produce manual Excel and PowerPoint materials. So our goal is to transform this efficiency for the entire industry so that everybody can have more time to make more informed investment decision. The company started in 2019, and currently we have about 10 clients, and the team is about 15 people, including many very senior advisors. And the problem is people just spending too much time and effort on the Excel and not really thinking about how to automate things. And here we are to help. So we did a survey back in 2018 and found out almost 70% of institutional asset owners are manually aggregating the reporting data, and almost all of the asset managers are spending a lot of effort to produce reports manually. This problem is not only in Japan, but also across the globe. Japan is more severe because 90% of the clients are demanding customized format report because of business culture. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's really lack of tech in this space. Everybody just using email, PDF, and Excel to exchange data for billions of dollars of funds. The industry is unbalanced because people spend a lot of money on the trading and sales, but the final, which is a crucial piece of the whole industry, the service reporting is always overlooked. There's no much technology. And we are here to provide innovative solution. So essentially, we're a cloud-based data hub connecting the report publisher, who are the asset managers, and reporting consumer, who are the institutional asset owners, such as pensions, banks, insurance, and endowments. Let me give you a quick demo. So this is one of our services, which is the asset owner portfolio management portal. So asset owner logs in can see all the portfolio data get aggregated in one place. And behind the scene, we standardize and aggregate data from many asset managers, custodian banks, trust banks, and fund administrators. So you can see the market value return gain loss get calculated automatically over a period, including volatility, Sharpe ratio, these statistics. And we use a very nice chart to show the historical return of the whole portfolio. And we allow the asset owners to slice and dice their assets into different categories. And you can see the current allocation versus the target allocation. And we have asset classes screen that calculate all the risks of each asset classes on the fly. And without this system, asset owners have to calculate from scratch on the spreadsheet. Often the time we see asset owner use more than 20 spreadsheets and spend hours and hours to do this kind of calculation. We have many advanced analytics. I will just show you a few. For example, we calculate the return contribution by the asset class automatically over a time horizon. So it's very easily to spot out that, for example, the equity is really contribute to overall return in the November time. We also allow asset owners to compare their year-to-date return against the previous years. For example, this by default showing 5 years, and we can take a look at 8 years in the past to see that how this year is doing comparing to the previous years. So with all these add-ons, the portfolio analysis is pretty much automated. And our service enable asset owner to spend more time to focus what is supposed to do, which is to do the investment decisions instead of doing the manual Excel work. And these asset owners are managing money of literally everyone in the society. These are pension funds, insurance companies, banks. So with more informative decision-making, this will eventually benefit everyone in society and make the financial ecosystem more efficient. Thank you. Hope you like the product, and hope I can see you in the final round.
And that was Visual Alpha Company Limited for Visual Alpha Portfolio Monitoring, letting you visualize your portfolio in many different ways. Well, that is the end of the pitches for all of our startups from Japan. And now we want to ask you, which one did you think was the best? Be sure to take your notes and think about the one that you want to vote for the Audience Award. Now, before the pitches for the international startups, we'd like to give you an introduction to 4F supporter company, Mitsubishi Estate Company Limited.
日本企業そのものにはまだまだ力があって、でこの企業とこの企業の力を合わせることで非常にもっといいものが生まれてくるということを確信しているからです。
スタートアップと大手の企業が混在しているユニークな場所です。
大企業の中でも結構新しい取り組みをやっている、そういう方々が多いので刺激はすごく受けると思います。
私たちのような技術を持っているスタートアップ企業に対してすごいいい環境だと思います。
世界で通用するスタートアップになるため
未来に向かって走っている方が多いかなと思います。
現状の常識にとらわれない方は多いと思います。
すごい自由な人が多いですね。
目的を共にしている仲間たちの集まりです。
取れてると社外の友達が増えたといいますか。
来れば誰かいるという安心感があります。
第一線で頑張っている方々とここで出会っていろんな刺激を得られるからですね。
場の力っていうところが非常に重要だと思います。
テナントさんの技術と我々が提供できるサービスが交差してクロスしてで新しい未来を作っていくものだと思います。
新しい金融機能が生まれると思います。
丸の内の未来は明るいだと思います。なぜかというとベンチャーが多いので、クリエイティブな人も多いので、そういう環境こそ成功が生まれてくると思います。
今もう返信しましたね。今丸の内はものすごいハプニングスポットになっちゃいました。
世界中の人たちが来るようなそんな街にしたいなと思って
ます。世の中こうなってったらいいなっていう領域がクロステック。
スタートアップと大企業が協業して新しいサービスを開発していく仕組みを作っていくことが私たちのミッションだと思います。
And that was an introduction of 4F supporter Mitsubishi Estate Company Limited. Coming up next, startups from outside of Japan. And just like the startups from Japan, all of these companies gave us a 7-minute introductory pitch video. And these finalists were selected to compete tonight. Once again, we would like to ask all of you to vote for the Audience Award. And for voting, please scan the QR code, which is currently on the screen right there, or you can go to the web link listed on the FINOLAB channel chat. All right, now without further ado, we give you the first video by Accessifi from China for Accessifi.
Welcome to Accessifi, the future of trading SAFT NFTs on a decentralized marketplace. So what do you need to know? Currently, institutional investors in early-stage blockchain startups are locked into simple agreements for future tokens, often making the institutions illiquid long after realizing gains, and with the inability to leverage other potential opportunities. What is Accessifi's solution? It's a decentralized and permissionless SAFT NFT marketplace for trading future tokens. We see the market valued at over $2 billion on average for SAFT NFT minting. This is based on the 2021 statistics with projected $20 billion institutional investments in the year for over 900 projects. We've spoken to over 15 VCs globally and asked them to go back and speak with their teams that they've invested into and their willingness to allow the VCs to mint their SAFT agreements and tranche them and sell them on the primary market under the same vesting terms. And it was a resounding yes from all of the projects. So who are we? Accessifi is a decentralized market for future tokens powered by NFT. We are creating the innovation and growth of investment strategies in early-stage blockchain companies by allowing institutions to mint their simple agreements for future tokens, known as SAFT NFTs, and trade with retail investors. Our MVP is a decentralized marketplace for creating, managing, and trading SAFT NFTs on the Ethereum network. In 2022, we also aim to add many more multi-chain and layer 2 products step by step. Well, right now, there's limited exit strategies for VCs. While they play a pivotal role in funding for blockchain companies, they are unable to realize the gains at any given time. This often leads to missing out on maximum profit or creates the inability to invest in additional projects and minimizes deal cash flow. And what lies in for the retail investors? Well, they don't have access to these early stage investment projects. They only have the ability to invest during IDO, IEO, or after listing, yet they do not have the opportunity to purchase the early stage shares prior to listing or at a discount to the listing prices. And what is another main concern? The centralization. From trusting project token distribution to ensuring the legitimacy of a SAFT agreement to locked binding agreements, centralization lacks transparency and trust, while also not providing a fair opportunity amongst all investors and traders. What are the strengths of Accessifi? Accessifi is user-friendly and customized. It is completely decentralized. We offer trading incentives for users with strong economic and DAO governance. So our overall solution is a permissionless primary market powered by SAFT and it look like. Starting on the left-hand side, a user would have future tokens. Through this, they would determine the amount of allocation and the vesting model they would like to mint. Through the minting, they would create an NFT smart contract with verification, which is then turned into a SAFT NFT. Now that you have your SAFT NFT, you're ready to list it on the market, either with a fixed price or an auction model. On the market, you're able to sell the SAFT NFT, and once the user purchases it, they can claim the tokens to gain their future revenues within the marketplace. So what does the workflow look like for token holders? This would be a project team, or maybe it could potentially also be an individual. So what does this mean for the team or token holder? First, they would define the allocations, meaning the amount of tokens that will be put into each NFT smart contract. They would also, at that time, determine the vesting model of when the tokens will be distributed to the NFT smart contract. They will then want to set the vesting model. This will determine when the tokens will be claimable over a period of time. Once the NFT smart contract is determined, the creator will determine how many NFTs they would like to mint, while the tokens will be distributed to those NFTs through the vesting model. The NFTs will then be placed into the marketplace. Here, buyers will be able to enter the marketplace and purchase the NFTs from the creator. Once purchased, they will receive the tokens through the vesting model, where they can claim them at any time. Additionally, if a buyer wishes to exit their position, they can once again list their NFT onto the marketplace, where a second buyer has the opportunity to purchase the NFTs and follow the same process. What would it look like for an institution or SAFT holder? Initially, they would want to define the allocation, the token contract address, and the vesting model, which can all be found in the SAFT. This would then determine the NFT smart contract. Here, the creator then, similar to before, will determine the amount of NFTs they would like to mint. Here on the left-hand side, you can see the decentralized verification process. The institution or SAFT holder would upload their document. Additionally, the project team would also upload their SAFT agreement. This creates a high-quality, transparent, and genuine SAFT NFT because it is being verified by not only the institution, but also the project team. Both the institution and the project team would upload their SAFT agreements. This would create matching hashes, as well as a signature by the token creator, the project team. This will create a verification process, ending up with the Accessifi's marketplace specialized. One, it allows for the detailed info of NFTs. The marketplace shows the detailed info of underlying assets, or in this case, future tokens, including the amount left, claimed, and claimable, as well as the vesting model. Additionally, status of verification is extremely important. Accessifi defines different status of verifications, representing different levels of risk to prevent loss for buyers. This comes in two forms, one as deposited and one as verified. Deposited tokens are controlled by NFT smart contracts. What do we mean by deposited? This means tokens are controlled by NFT smart contracts, which are going to be vested without risk. Verified, on the other hand, are tokens which will be vested as long as transferred into the NFT smart contract. The last is unverified. NFT smart contracts created without tokens or verification, which holds the...
And that was Accessifi from China for Accessifi, revolutionizing investment strategies in early startup blockchain companies. So NFTs have certainly been in the news a lot. And now we're going to move on to Eltropy Japan GK from the USA for Eltropy.
Hi, my name is Rathi and I'm head of Eltropy Japan. I've been associated with Eltropy since 2016, and during this time, Eltropy has transformed into a world-class platform serving hundreds of customers. Eltropy Japan's vision is to help financial institutions in Japan empower their sales teams. Eltropy is headquartered in the Silicon Valley and headed by Ashish Garg, our founder and CEO. Ashish is an alumnus of the prestigious Wharton School of Business. Eltropy Japan was established in 2019, and Ikeda-san, Eltropy's VP of Sales for Japan, is based in Tokyo. Eltropy is trusted by more than 285 financial institutions. More than a quarter of these are large financial institutions, each managing more than $1 billion USD in assets. We have partnered with some of the biggest IT companies in Japan. Apart from the awards in US, Eltropy won the Global Startup Award at Plug and Play Japan. In the last 2 years, COVID has transformed in-person sales. Customers are not comfortable with in-person face-to-face meetings. Response rate to traditional communication modes such as phone call and emails is extremely low. Use of newer communication tools such as Line and Lineworks has proliferated, and these communication modes make measuring customer engagement nearly impossible. Salespeople end up facing a lot of rejections and immense loss of productivity. Given these circumstances, salespeople need tools which gauge customer engagement effectively when using Line and Lineworks. Tools are required to prioritize customers who are most likely to buy and can provide reliable analytics to identify products which the customer is most likely to buy. With more focus on paperless and digital content, salespeople should be able to easily share and collect documents digitally and securely in real time. On the other hand, decision makers and managers need tools which will help them generate actionable data and reports. The tools should be able to identify effectiveness of the marketing content and give deep insights about customer engagement, effectiveness of each communication channel, and so on. Eltropy provides a simple yet powerful web and mobile application which helps financial institutions empower their salespeople. Eltropy integrates with existing systems such as CRMs to provide features which help salespeople improve productivity. Salespeople can share personalized documents with customers in real time using Lineworks, SMS, and email. Using Eltropy's uniquely trackable, secure links, salespeople and decision makers can measure customer engagement, prioritize prospects in real time, measure content effectiveness, and much more. Eltropy can be applied to multiple use cases such as insurance sales, wealth and relationship management, sales of secured loan products. Eltropy plans to create a deep integration with Lineworks, wherein Eltropy can be launched from within the application itself to share content and view analytics. Eltropy will add multiple communication channels such as secure chat, co-browsing, and video. We will enable one-to-many messaging using Line and Lineworks in addition to the SMS and email campaign feature. We will enhance our AI-aided recommendation engine. These real-time recommendations will help salespeople and decision makers equally. Let us see some success story from Eltropy's customers. ICICI Bank, one of India's largest banks, was able to increase conversion of their wealth products by 300% and increase customer engagement by 11x with over 90% adoption by salespeople. They achieved this by deploying the Eltropy mobile app for more than 2,000 wealth managers across the bank. ICICI Bank replaced the traditional email and phone calls with content sharing over WhatsApp, India's preferred messaging application. The real-time notification for customer engagement helped the relationship managers add assets under management of more than $75 million in less than 6 months. More than 50,000 insurance salespeople at Nissei, one of the largest insurance company in Japan, use Eltropy to share content and measure customer engagement. Insurance agents at Fukoku Life, another large insurance company, use Eltropy to upload and share personalized insurance quotes with their customers. Eltropy has helped reduce printing costs and time taken to share insurance. Eltropy can be accessed on the web using any of the popular browsers. A salesperson can log into the Eltropy web app using their unique ID and password. Eltropy supports login using SSO. The default screen is the topic dashboard. A salesperson may choose to view any content by clicking on any of the tiles and navigating to the desired content. A salesperson may share the content digitally using SMS, email, Lineworks by clicking on the Share tab and entering the contact details. Once the contact details are entered, a uniquely trackable link is shared with the customer. Once the customer clicks on the link, the salesperson can receive real-time notifications. These real-time notifications help the salesperson plan next steps to engage the customer in order to close a sale. Salespeople, if so allowed, can edit documents, edit the content, or they can create new content. If allowed, salespeople can also launch their own email campaigns and SMS campaigns. In the future, we will plan to add Line and Lineworks for the campaign features. Salespeople can also track all the activities of their customers and their teams using the Activity tab, or they can analyze different kinds of analytics by clicking on the Analytics tab. Eltropy web app can also be used on tablets such as iPads. Salespeople can also use the Eltropy mobile app for viewing content, sharing the content, and tracking customer. Please feel free to get in touch with us. Arigato.
All right, that was Eltropy Japan GK from the USA for Eltropy, which empowers financial service sales teams to sell more. And certainly, I think a lot of companies will be interested in that. Now moving along, we have GBank Technologies OU from Estonia for Giga.
This is Maria. Maria is moving to Japan for work, and she's excited to face new challenges. She loves anime and is crazy about Japanese cuisine. Exciting times ahead. One of the first things she needs to do in Japan is to set up her bank account so she can get paid for her work. Unexpectedly, this turns out to be very difficult. Banks close early at 3 p.m, so they're inconvenient to visit. If she doesn't speak Japanese, banks are reluctant to open an account for her. And even if she succeeds, she only gets a bank book and a plastic cash card. Internet banking is also limited, usually available only in Japanese. And no credit cards for foreigners. Maria supports her family back home, but sending money overseas is not cheap. Banking services in Japan are inconvenient and expensive. Giga has a solution for Maria and other foreigners coming to Japan. Maria just needs to download Giga app and start using it. She is able to open a real bank account in Japan from her mobile phone, the process taking less than 5 minutes, and it's done in her own language. Everyday banking services, bank accounts, payments, credit cards, and international money transfers are just the start. In the future, more various life services functions will be bundled into the Giga app, making it effectively Maria's personal control center for everyday finances. Transaction history data will be collected, allowing her to build trust for her accessing credit and loan products. Maria will be able to elevate her life in Japan and enjoy her stay more fully. Finally, if Maria moves back to her home country, she'll be able to take her credit history with her and use it for elevating her life back home. Giga, banking in Japan made easy.
This is Raul, CEO and co-founder of Giga. And I'm also a foreigner living in Japan. And just like Maria, I'm having difficulties with banking services in this country. For example, when I'm making payments, I'm still using credit cards from my home country, Estonia. And my phone contract is actually on my wife's name. And there's no way I'm actually going to be able to get any loan in any foreseeable future. For this, I would have to be working for a large Japanese company for a few years. I'm not alone. The number of foreigners in Japan is increasing. So today we are talking about maybe 1.72 million foreign workers, but by 2030, the number is expected to double as Japanese society is aging and the labor shortage is rapidly increasing. The number of people working in part-time, freelance, or in gig work, this is actually even bigger. And those people working in new ways of working are not considered trustworthy by local banks either. Obviously, the largest place where all foreigners love in Japan will be Tokyo. And although Tokyo aims to become the financial center in Asia, in reality, as a foreigner, there is not much you're able to use in this country. So many people face challenges when opening a bank account at first. You are able to do it only when you speak Japanese and you visit a physical bank's branch office. And the internet service, like internet banking, will be mostly in Japanese. In Japanese Banking Association, only 2 banks out of more than 100 are providing internet banking in English. And today, most of the foreigners in Japan, more than half, are opening their bank accounts in Japan Post Bank. Reason, of course, is that the Japanese banks don't really want to have foreigners as their clients because with their today's legacy operational systems, in branch-based systems, our marginal costs are very high. So there's no way a Japanese bank can actually make any money out of managing a foreigner's bank account. only way would be give the person more loans, but because there is no trust, it cannot actually happen. Plus, foreigners can actually be sometimes a risk for a bank. So in some communities, people, before leaving Japan, they sell their paper-based bank book and the plastic cash card to the next person, which is completely legal and a big problem for today's banks. Of course, if it this is a problem because it's analog. If you did things digitally using contemporary digital banking technology, that would not really be an issue. So with Gigam, we are actually trying to do things differently. So in Japan, when you talk about neobanks, which kind of are we as well, then in Japan, most neobanks are using bank agency license, basically reselling bank services. In our case, we will be using electronic payment settlement agency license, representing the end user. So completely different logic. And with a digital banking solution from Europe, we are able to actually provide better AML compliance than any existing bank in Japan. And we are going to connect with local bank in Japan through APIs, taking advantage of the recent open banking regulation in Japan. We already have a letter of intent signed with one of the regional banks. And essentially, we will become a personal financial control center for underbanked people. It will be a subscription model, basically people, end users paying us monthly fees to use our services. And we will be connecting to various different service providers and actually helping out legacy banks and also help employers who today actually have to spend much time helping their employees getting a bank account opened once they move to Japan from abroad. We're already working on it. We have a partner bank selected and letter of intent signed, discussing about the details. And we are aiming for the MVP launch in the middle of summer. So we'll see if we can actually able to do it. And we're quite confident that we can do it because in our team, we have a good understanding about business in Japan. We know about internet banking and neobanks based from European and the US experiences. And we also have very strong competence about banking industry in Japan in general. So let's keep in contact, keep us in mind, and see you in summer. Thank you.
Okay, that was GBank Technologies from Estonia for Giga, a personal financial control center for the underbanked, starting with foreigners. Certainly there'll be a lot of interest in that here in Japan. And up next, we have Protosure from the USA for Protosure.
Hi, my name is Uri Kaplan. I'm CEO of Protosure. Thank you for the opportunity to present to you today. Protosure is an innovative way for insurance companies to build and distribute complex insurance products at extremely low cost in days without writing a single line of code. In other words, instead of an insurance company building huge staffs of programmers to build complex insurance products and bring them to market, now instead an insurance company could use their own internal resources of non-programmers to build and distribute those same insurance products. In the insurance industry, many insurance products are on very old technology. Some of that technology could be mainframes, some of it could be spreadsheets and semi-manual processes, and some of it might be devoted towards the smaller product lines in the insurance company. What we do is we enable non-programmers to develop and digitally deliver those products with just Excel skills. In other words, they could build the insurance product, including in the full process of developing the insurance product and bringing it to market. That means with a form builder, that means being able to upload spreadsheets to create your rating calculations. That means full API connectivity for all the different backends you have to use, and all kinds of version control so that you're building your insurance product in a robust manner. The ability to then distribute it digitally with multi-channel distribution, which means you could embed that insurance product not just on your website or your portal or even your internal system, but with any third party where you want to sell your insurance product through. And then once you sell that insurance product, you now have full access to the data analysis and backend reporting you need. So any data that the system has access to, that is now reportable. So there's never an issue where data comes into the system and you no longer could access it later when you want to report on it. So the idea behind Protosure is that it's a single integrated environment where you build your entire insurance product and then be able to bring it to market. Some of the key insights with a no-code product builder like Protosure is that all the different components merge seamlessly together. There's not one component where you build it once and then another team builds another component in a separate system. It's one combined system where all the different components mesh together. So as soon as you build one component, the other components are half built for you already. So Protosure enables a seamless integration of all those product configuration steps from product creation to policy issuance. So you start off by building your insurance product, which means the submission form, the underwriting rules, connecting a rating system, which could be as simple as uploading a spreadsheet that your actuaries already provide, creating all the different policy documents, and all the rules for those policy documents and how they're supposed to be templated and filled out. Then once you're happy with your insurance product and you finalize it, you could then distribute it digitally by embedding it in an iframe with all the different ways of selling an insurance product that you want to offer. And then once that's done, you could then report and analyze all that different information. Because of that, now once you use Protosure, instead of having an old slow system, which might cost millions of dollars to bring a product to market, you might be able to do that for 10 times faster and 10 times cheaper. Our ultimate goal is for an insurance company to be able to launch many different products with one flat fee to Protosure, so that each additional product you sell requires no programming and no additional fees to us as well. So it'll truly be a zero marginal cost system for launching insurance products. Hi, let me give you a quick demo of Protosure. First you see here on Protosure is that you have multiple versions of your product. This allows you to not only build one version of an insurance product, but keep track of all the different versions as they change over time. Here, I'm going to go to one specific version, let's say 6C. As you see here, this is a complex term life insurance policy. There's lots of different questions. There's lots of different logic, which you could see here by the little icon. All the different logic is directly seamlessly integrated within the system using very simple rules or Excel formulas. You could, at one quick glance, you could see how all the different application questions work together. And you're able to add simple questions or very complex questions. As you're working through this, you could then add a rating system, which could be simple as a spreadsheet which you upload, which connects to the front end which you just built. So you build the front end, and then you build the spreadsheet that connects to it, and now you have a application process and a quoting process that works. For underwriting, you could then create formulas, which use things like Excel formula syntax, but allows you to easily create formulas for underwriting. And then for documents, here's an example of our Japanese version of our system. I could go in here and I could create fully editable, high quality Japanese documents. And then as I'm creating the documents, I could look through all the different variables in the system to create something unique and new. Then after you build that, you could create all the different design elements by adding CSS. And when I want to then distribute it, I click on this and I could then distribute it to a third party. Just take this little snippet of code, embed it on a third party website, and now you can be selling anywhere you'd like to sell that insurance policy. In addition, not only are you building an insurance product, but you're also able to connect it to all the different backends that are important to you. All the different no-code aspects of the system have corresponding APIs that you could easily use, so that you're not constrained to just use our system and then it becomes something that you can't connect to. Now you have a system that all the different features have APIs that you're able to manipulate and create new and unique connections and updates no matter how you want to use it. This also allows the engineering staff to be more involved with the no-code platform. Just because it's a no-code platform doesn't mean that IT doesn't pay attention to it. Now IT could build upon what the no-coders do, create scripts or create integrations that they need. That should explain a little bit about what we do. There's obviously many more features, and we have full Japanese compatibility, which we're very proud of, as we've localized it for the Japanese market. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy this demo.
Okay, that was Protosure from the USA for Protosure, a no-code platform for insurance product development and distribution. that allows just about anyone to create an insurance product. Next up, we have Tractable Limited from UK for AI property.
Hello everyone, my name is Hideaki from Tractable, and today I'd like to pitch to you how we can help insurers to accelerate property insurance payment from months to days. So, who are we? In short, we're a company that uses AI and computer vision to help people recover from accidents and disasters. What we currently mainly do is develop AI algorithms and tech which can carry out expert-level decisions to appraise damage made to automobiles in an accident. By using our technology to perform expert appraisals for insurers worldwide, this allows insurers to first reduce turnaround time to customers, improve accuracy of their claims, and deliver a new claims experience to end customers. We've already done this for car accidents and have found businesses with more than 25 of the largest insurers in the world. Today we're here to talk about how we're going to do the same thing for natural disasters by helping people recover faster from inflicted property damage. Let me explain how large the issue is. In 2020, the economic losses from typhoons and other natural disaster events were up to as much as $190 billion. And then in the last few decades, the scale, severity, and economic impact has been increasing and increasing. This is the same from an insurance perspective. Insured losses last year were the 5th highest in history, resulting in nearly $90 billion. So, let's zoom into a typical procedure in Japan of what happens when natural disasters such as typhoons hit people's homes. Currently in Japan, after a disaster outbreak occurs and a person notifies the insurer of the damage, insurers typically mail their customers some paper documents for the customer to send back. The fact that paper is used already is time-consuming, but what takes even more time is that customers have to send back repair estimates as proof of how much insurance payment they can receive. Given this, you can imagine what happens in large-scale natural disaster situations. Repairs are largely overbooked, and customers often need to wait months just so that they can even receive a repair estimate. This results in insurance payment often happening only after many months after the actual loss. Given this problem, Tractable has been working with MS&AD Insurance Group in Japan to enable the world's first computer vision solution that appraises property damage from typhoons. Let me show you how we were able to completely change the claims experience for insurance customers. With our computer vision AI models and tech, we developed the technology to appraise damaged property in minutes instead of weeks or months. This allows us to unlock the insurance payment as soon as possible. Where normally an insurer mails some paper documents to a customer, instead, customers are sent a link to an image upload app. After customers upload images that they take themselves, our AI models and technology provide a repair estimate, which insurers can use to settle a claim and carry out insurance payment. We've already delivered this new experience to many people in real life during the last typhoon season in Japan. So, let me show you a demo of what the app experience actually looks like. First, people receive an SMS that includes a link to an image upload web app. After accepting the terms, the app first shares a visual overview of the photo upload and settlement journey. After checking up the process, a user then proceeds to select which area of their property was damaged. Let's select fence. After being guided on how to take images, the user can start taking images to upload through the app. After reviewing the photos, the user proceeds with the upload of the images. If there are no other damaged areas, the user can go ahead and submit the claim. This is it for the customer. After submitting the claim, our AI and technology starts working on the images to create an actual repair estimate. Next, let's look at what happens on the insurer side. After we have found the claim in question out of the list, an insurance claim handler can see an estimate generated and review it for approval. After approval, the insurer can use this repair estimate for settlement of the claim within minutes, and users can also check the content of the repair estimate. Right, so that is how our product works. As I already mentioned, we're already using this product for real typhoon damage inflicted last year, and MS and AD are using our technology to settle claims in minutes instead of months. Okay, so I hope that you are all able to understand how Tractable can help restore livelihoods to people suffering property damage from natural disasters. In the future for homeowners, there's undeniably going to be more frequent and severe home damage caused by extreme weather, and this is unfortunately a global trend. This year, more than 20 million households worldwide suffered from natural disaster damage, and this is forecasted to increase 4 times in the next 20 years. Japan being especially prone to natural disasters, we decided to start here first, but our goal is to enable homeowners worldwide to be able to receive faster insurance payments and restore livelihoods for everyone worldwide. Thank you.
That was Tractable Limited from the UK for AI Property, enabling accelerated settlement of property claims for natural disasters. And amazing that there were 20 million homes affected by natural disasters last year. Okay, up next we have TrinityEco from Singapore for TrinityEco.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Ying, and I'm from TrinityEco. So let's begin our presentation. So just a quick intro about our company. We are founded in 2019 and has been accepted into a number of accelerators and incubators. We recently established our global advisory board, secured 2 cybersecurity patents, and launched our product in the market. And right now we have about 75 free users, or maybe I should say pilot trial users for our platform. So the problem that we are addressing is on climate risk. And we realize that climate risk has become more than a business risk, but also become a social risk as well, because a lot of families, a lot of homes, and a lot of businesses has been destroyed due to weather-related disasters. And I'm sure Japan is not an exception. However, 60% of businesses can't assess climate risk competently. It's because when we ask them, how are you assessing your climate risk? They say, I'll use an Excel sheet from Microsoft. And it was hilarious. But we also need to acknowledge that most of these companies are small companies who do not have the data, the manpower, and the financing resources needed to become sustainable. And because of that, it becomes a vicious cycle because only big companies can afford the costly and complex process of sustainability reporting. Our solution is a platform that is the WordPress of sustainability reporting and financing. Why? Because it offers a no-code drag and drop system that allows them to build their own sustainability reporting data infrastructure system. At a click of a button, they can look for sustainability reporting solutions and to identify problems in their organization. When we do that, we make it affordable for them, and we turn a lot of this climate risk from a cost to a revenue generating opportunity. And because of that, the secret sauce behind it is that when you build the right system, it's like building a good house. When you build the right house, it can withstand storms and disasters. When you build the right sustainability reporting system, you can collect the right data and make the right decisions for your business. And because of that, we have a wide range of tools that our competitors could not provide, as we do not compete directly with most of their competitors as well. And we reduce their business costs by rewarding them to be more sustainable. So when they are more sustainable, we offer them more business and financing opportunities. And we have a wide range of partners and financiers that can help them become more profitable and more sustainable as well. So this is a $1 trillion industry. A lot of organizations are saying the next generation of unicorns will be from the climate tech sector, which we are in. And because of that, we built a very robust business model that allows customization through the implementation fee and a SaaS model to actually retain them, and a transactional model to actually help them become profitable for being sustainable. And because of that, we are growing our ecosystem in our platform, and we are trying to convert this ecosystem into paid users of our platform, because when they are paying for it, it means that it's creating value for them. And we are organizing workshops which they are willing to pay for to become more sustainable and to become more proficient in sustainability reporting. So when we do that, we rely more on their transactional fee, on doing well in sustainability business than in just paying for our product. And because of that, we don't just offer data like our competitors always do, but we also offer partnership and financing opportunities. And because of that, we generate more revenue for them, and we generate good quality data for them as well. Because of that, we have a wide range of clients from all over the world and all over the sector. Because of what we are providing, our unique selling point that we are providing transcends both the private and public sector, both charities and nonprofits to corporations. And our team make it possible as well because they have international business experience across the world, and our advisory board actually make it possible for us to make the right decisions without paying for it. So our next step would be to raise a 500,000 series fund, pre-seed fund, or to actually work with customers like you to actually raise this fund. So we're hoping to become paid, that you can become paid users of our platform, and to generate at least 500 clients for our business. So in short, is that sustainability need not be complex or costly. With us, you simplify it, make it profitable. Thank you very much.
And that was TrinityEco from Singapore for TrinityEco, making sustainability reports simple, affordable, and profitable. Certainly something that more and more companies are having to deal with. And up next, and finally, we have YOUKI GmbH from Germany with Wattify.
Wattify, invested with impact, the renewable energy impact investment platform. We are running in a climate breakdown. The last 4 decades have been warmer than any decade before. We need substantial cuts in emissions if we want to stay below 1.5 degrees. 100% renewable energy is a must to prevent climate breakdown. Unfortunately, 75% of energy is produced with non-renewable sources. We are currently committed $1 trillion, while $3.1 trillion funding over the next decade is needed. The public and private sectors must embrace innovative solutions to bridge the financing gap. Traditional ways of funding are falling short. They are inefficient, with long delays until the funding reaches a project. At the same time, a few projects are overcapitalized, while the big chunk is missing funding. There are significant weaknesses of a policy and financial sector in responding to and resolving the funding gap. With Wattify, we innovate our way out, unlocking retail investors' financial firepower. Our public platform is connecting common people with renewable energy investment opportunities, originally only accessible to institutional investors, closing the financing gap.
Trust, transparency, and consistency are the basis of all interaction. In a world that needs to be protected, investors don't have to choose between doing good for an environmental benefit or doing well with a financial return. With Wattify, really everyone can do something against climate change and earn returns. With just a few clicks, you can invest directly in stable, sustainable projects around the world. We create this new reality for our customers. Digitized, verified assets and CO2 savings virtually in real time. We stand with our know-how for absolute transparency and security. Thus, small investors can safely invest in projects of their choice from a budget of $1. Investment with impact. Wattify, you have the power.
Wattify embraces a globally scalable, full end-to-end investment process. We connect dedicated assets directly with retail investors across borders. The implemented hardware operates the blockchain, emitting the digital securities on our powerful tech stack, and delivers the energy data in real time to calculate the yield. A full regulatory compliant emission of digital securities and profit distribution. Individual impact investors can participate with 2 clicks starting at $1. Wattify is fully compliant with electronic securities law in Germany. We have a required RegTech licenses to offer digital renewable securities, embedded securities custody services, holding the digital securities, operate an own digital ledger registrar admin to maintain control of emission and exchange of securities. All combined within a full investment prospectus to address retail clients of any size. Above all, this is not limited to renewable energy securities and can be easily adapted to other use cases as energy storage and more. Wattify unlocks the digital renewable energy security market for retail investors, where Robinhood offers stocks from a publicly traded corporation with physical share certificates at traditional CSDs. Wattify goes beyond with digital securities and performance-based interest rate and repayment, a digital DLT certificate with OTC trading possibilities directly among investors. The Wattify business model is straightforward. We ask for an onboarding fee from asset owners. Private investors pay a monthly wallet fee to obtain access to investments, while trading the securities is entirely free. We do not compete only with other crowdfunding platforms or ETF investments. Retail clients see an explosion of product choices and digital channels. With customers able to easily shop around online to find the best deals and investments, institutional investors compete also for the best investment objects with Wattify, making it a fierce fee competition which requires massive volumes to deliver profit. The global market for renewable energy is huge, projected to reach $2 trillion by 2030. There's a total addressable renewable market of $1.5 trillion per year, a serviceable available market of $100 billion opening for Wattify, a serviceable obtainable market of $3 billion within 3 years from now. With our licensed product, we can address already a market of 450 million potentially clients in Europe. We possess all competencies within our company to execute and scale successfully. We have licenses and skilled labor in the energy, fintech, DLT, as well as app domains to execute on our vision. We have a strategic partnership to secure additional funding and the initial PV project pipeline. We will launch the product in May this year with 3 countries and 8 projects. In 2022 to 2023, we stabilize the EU market and want to expand to Asia, targeting 80 projects and $500 million. Starting from 2024, we see an expansion from the Asian hub to other regions, targeting 240 projects for an estimated volume of $1 billion. We see in Asia a very advanced renewable energy and retail client market and are thrilled to find investors and partners for scaling Wattify. As 2 co-founders, we were bootstrapping YOUKI. A total of $2 million went into the tech development, patents and the MVP, a functional demonstrator. We onboarded a strategic investor from the PV industry. Additional investments of $2 million resulted in a market-ready product. We are looking for a scaling investor for the Asian market to further develop the app, more integrations like exchanges, obtaining licenses in the Asian market, and marketing and customer acquisition. Wattify is the youngest daughter of two co-founders, Michael and myself, located in the heart of Bavaria in Germany, with a team of 16 plus passionate engineers and developers, supported by more than 10 freelancers and external experts. Climate change is the biggest challenge of our times. We must convert to 100% renewable energy production to mitigate the effects. Unleashing retail investors' potential is key. We have a technology, procedures, and regulations in place. Let's take the initiative and radically speed up our own efforts. A race we can win with the help of Wattify.
And that was our final pitch for the global competition with YOUKI GmbH from Germany for Wattify, which is an open energy asset tokenization platform for crowd investments, allowing more people to invest in renewable energy, something which more and more people are going to want to do as climate change continues to be an important issue. Now moving on, from our last pitches from outside of Japan, we are going to ask you to vote for your favorite. Don't forget, this is where you can make your voice heard. Before moving on to the award ceremony, we are going to have an introduction from a 4F supporter company, Norin Chukin Bank, for their Ag Venture Lab.
求む食と農と暮らしのイノベーター。
And that was an introduction of 4F supporter Ag Venture Lab. Now we would like to present the keynote message from our global advisor, Mr. Sandeep Deobhakta, who is CEO of Manulife China Bank. He will give us a supporting message for all the participants of this contest and comment on the current state of financial services and digital transformations, with remarks on innovation from different parts of the world.
Congratulations. I am delighted to wish the participants and aspirants of FINOPITCH all the very best in some really important work that you're doing to drive financial services innovation to improve the products and services for the customer. And that's something that's always been a passion for me. So I'm delighted to see the work that you're doing, and I wish you all the very best with your efforts. Fundamentally, things have changed dramatically with the pandemic, and we've been forced into that change. But then there are some financial services companies that have been way better prepared for that change because they had already started down a journey of transformation to become more agile and flexible so that they could serve the customer in multiple ways. And I think those companies that had already started and were well down that path have largely done very well the changes because one, they've been able to adapt and serve their customers remote because they've created that channel capability and omni-channel capability over a large number of years in advance. I think there are examples where banks that were on the cloud and had a more agile capability were able to respond to government stimulus programs for SMEs, etc., much, much faster than perhaps their more established players. So I think this has brought about a huge opportunity for startups who are focused on the right things from a customer opportunity perspective, especially with SMEs around the world, and have built the digital and transformation capabilities to be able to access those opportunities that have perhaps not been fulfilled by the larger incumbent players for many years. And I think there's a lot more government support. Again, it varies by market for startups and encouraging these kinds of new fintech initiatives to drive either financial inclusion or SME inclusion and more services and more effective services. So I think it's been a really important point in time that will accelerate digital transformation, but also better financial inclusion, better access for SMEs, and that is essentially critical to the economy. So I think these are great things that have happened despite really difficult circumstances. Companies are accelerating their efforts. Certainly, if I look at the incumbent banks and financial services companies, they are accelerating the efforts in transformation and digital transformation so that the customer can do everything by themselves and it doesn't have to be face-to-face or in a branch location. And I think that's certainly one trend as far as the incumbents are concerned, and that's accelerated even faster. In many ways, that is exactly the philosophy that we used to build our entire strategy at Shinsei Bank in 2005, which was that the customer must have the complete choice of how they want to interact with the bank, that is choice of channel, and then they can choose depending on the business model and the profitability as to which options you want to give them. So I think that has certainly accelerated quite significantly, as I've seen in various innovation award submissions globally that I'm part of. The second part is the startups scene and the challengers, if you will. And these are all kinds of from AI solution providers to data analytics to challenger banks and digital banks. And as we're seeing, particularly in Asia Pacific, including the Philippines, where I'm currently based, there has been a lot of activity in the last 1 year in terms of applications for new digital banking licenses across many of the Southeast Asian markets, as well as in places like Hong Kong, etc., and of course in Japan. We're seeing that globally as well, and I have great interest in researching these. So if you see what happened last year with the new bank IPO in Brazil, they are one of the most profitable and highly valued of these challenger banks. Why? Because they created a really powerful credit card customer proposition in Brazil, which was significantly better than the more established banks, and they were able to grow rapidly through that. So the common theme across the challengers is that they have picked an area that the incumbents have underserved, where they've seen an opportunity because these are high margin businesses. They have gone in with an attractive proposition that gives the client better value and yet makes them enough money in terms of product margins and return on investment. And that seems to be the winning formula for many of the digital banks, who have then grown and added new products and services like savings, wealth management, etc. So those definitely are two key trends for incumbents versus challengers. The third I would add is that in many countries, the pace of, and this is more policymakers and regulators, are now actively encouraging in developing markets a lot more efforts to drive financial inclusion, digital ID, because that's the backbone or enabler for that, as well as in places like India, initiatives like creating a common standard digital payment interface like UPI that has seen phenomenal growth on the back of mobile payments and financial inclusion, as well as SME lending. And the final point there is, I think, the growth of e-commerce. We've seen a huge explosion in the BNPL, buy now, pay later propositions. And again, they are very different because typically in the past, credit cards, etc., were limited to credit card users, whereas now with BNPL, anyone can participate in that with a mobile money account or a wallet, or through their bank accounts even, and they can even participate through a debit card. So it's really seen new business models that we didn't see 5 years ago, and the pandemic has really accelerated that pace of change, both for the incumbents, for the new players, as well as policymakers and government. Thank you. I think there's a few factors, and the way I like to look at it, I was very fortunate to live in Africa in 2010 when mobile money was taking off. It started in 2007 in Kenya. And I think I've firsthand seen the growth of mobile money and how it grew from a small initiative in some of those markets into something that is such an integral part of the economy and even bigger than certainly any of the banking players now in places like Kenya. But then let's use a few examples, and particularly emerging market examples, because I see a common thread. And the common thread is this, that where the innovations like M-Pesa or Alipay or WeChat or Paytm and UPI and mobile money growth in India as three examples, all of them are based on someone creating an innovation for a huge need that was unmet by the traditional banking sector. So for instance, Africa has the lowest banking penetration rates, sub-Saharan Africa. And as you mentioned, the mobile phone is something that almost everyone has. And today, almost half the world has a smartphone. So in 2010, by just texting money, if you could safely move money from someone working in Nairobi to their parents back in the villages or their family back in the villages, that met a huge need because there was no other way to do it or no reliable way to do it. If you look at the growth of Ant Financial and Group now, or Alipay, it started with the need for how to move money safely between buyer and seller. But then I think it really took off when they started lending to SMEs, micro SMEs, household businesses, etc., that had no formal access to the formal banking system to grow their business. So if you wanted to start up a business sitting at home, no bank would give you a loan. But once you were on the platform with the e-commerce platform and they knew that you were selling and they could see that data and your payment information, that created enough history to be able to start getting a micro loan and then increasing that as your business grows over time. Whether it's Paytm, which IPO'd recently in India, their growth in the merchant business has been way faster than anyone else. And on the back of those million-odd merchants that they've signed up in the last 12 months, they're lending to many of those because they see the payment cash flows, etc. So these are things that the traditional banking system could never have addressed because traditional bankers never did that kind of business or had access to that kind of data. And then the final point I think is a really important one, is that in various countries, the regulators have been actively supporting and promoting that, both with regulation, with funding, and a whole bunch of initiatives to drive that growth. So I think you're right. The way innovation is happening is different in many markets. The common themes I see is that the most successful innovations start with a real need. There is a real need for the consumer, the economy, and it's sizable. And these innovators have been very quick, clever, and focused on responding to that need and creating suitable propositions that have been delivered with technology through a phone and by using the cloud as a backend, analytics, and all of that capability to be able to do it. And where regulators have been supportive, they have played the role as a catalyst to further drive it. And then if you look at the challenger banks, again, varies by each market, but most of the successful, profitable challenger banks have taken an established product category, be it credit cards, be it personal lending, have offered a much better proposition to clients because they use technology and they don't have the legacy to make it simpler, faster, more efficient, and more customer friendly. And they have built very successful businesses. So whether you look at Nubank, whether you look at Tinkoff in Russia, whether you look at banks like the Starling Bank, which has adapted really quickly during this period, I could go on. There are many other examples, including, as we talked about, Sony Bank and what they're doing in Japan. So all of these have a common pattern that they've really focused on a customer need, created something really attractive for clients, and used technology to deliver it far more efficiently than anyone else. Thank you.
And that was the keynote message from Mr. Sandeep Deobhakta. An interesting fact about him, he has worked in so many different countries. He's worked in India, Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Vietnam, South Africa, and the Philippines. And he's also served on the jury for the BAI Global Innovation Award. So his thoughts on innovation are always super interesting. All right, moving on. We would like to introduce a video on Global Financial City Tokyo Vision 2.0 by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government, which is also supporting 4F. And as a part of their effort to promote the fintech ecosystem in Tokyo, they have kindly offered to support some of the winners with various options, including business matching support, office space, business planning, Japan entry, etc. And now, please enjoy the video.
Welcome to the Global Financial City, Tokyo. Tokyo will make the most of its strengths and grow into the world's leading global financial city. Bravely taking on the major challenges of the world, such as COVID-19 and the climate crisis, Tokyo will aim at sustainable growth. Tokyo will attract funds such as green funds from both in and out of Japan, and become the world's leading global financial hub from the perspective of sustainable recovery. Tokyo is home to a diverse array of companies and projects, as well as abundant personal financial assets and the presence of some of the world's leading institutional investors. Tokyo has the power to attract people, companies, and funds from all over the world.
Japan being the third largest economy in the world, with a well-established financial service industry, both in terms of asset management, but as well as banks, a large insurance industry, a well-established pension industry, has all the underpinnings to be able to provide financial services industries with the access to the client base, the capital base that is required for them to establish themselves here. And so that part is certainly very attractive.
In order to evolve into the world's leading global financial city, Tokyo will set 3 pillars and accelerate its actions: the promotion of green finance, the digitalization of finance, and the accumulation of diverse financial players. The first pillar is the promotion of green finance. Japan's sustainable investment balance is growing year by year, indicating the high momentum in Tokyo's green finance market. Tokyo is accelerating its actions in order to achieve carbon half in 2030 and zero-emission Tokyo in 2050. By issuing Tokyo Green Bonds and establishing the Tokyo ESG Fund. Moreover, the world's first urban cap-and-trade program has been introduced in fiscal 2010, targeting even office buildings. We have achieved total emission reduction by 27% from base year emissions. TGFI, Tokyo Green Finance Initiative, is a strategy aiming at accelerating such trends and advancing green finance in Tokyo. TGFI sets up goals that are ambitious yet realistic and includes all sorts of measures required to achieve them. These include the construction of an information platform compiling companies' ESG-related actions, the creation of a sustainable energy fund, subsidies for third-party reviews of green bond issuers, and the promotion of loans for small and medium-sized enterprises, including startups, as well as many other policies to strongly support companies' innovation and transition aiming at decarbonization. The second pillar is the digitalization of finance. Fintech companies hold the key to this. Japan's fintech market is rapidly expanding, and high growth rates can be expected in the future as well. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government has established the Tokyo Financial Award, aiming at supporting innovation in fintech, created fintech support funds, and is now providing support in various ways, such as the networking of fintech companies, in order to boost the growth of fintech companies and accelerate the digitalization of finance. The third pillar is providing various advantages in order to accumulate financial players. For example, we have opened help desks around the world supporting business development in Tokyo, such as Access to Tokyo and Business Development Center Tokyo. Access to Tokyo is a help desk for business in Tokyo located at 4 spots around the world. They highlight the Tokyo Metropolitan Government's measures and the strengths of the market and correspond to inquiries. Business Development Center Tokyo provides total support, ranging from business to daily life, to overseas companies considering business development in Tokyo, with measures including communication support and one-stop formalities. Message from the Governor of Tokyo.
Tokyo is rolling out various initiatives under the keywords of green and digital to become a world-leading global financial center. Open up your possibilities in Tokyo. We will support your success.
How Tokyo the city excites me.
Tokyo 2030, Global Financial City Tokyo.
That was Global Financial City Tokyo Vision 2.0 by the Tokyo Metropolitan Government. In the video, they mentioned the FinTech support funds, and FINOLAB was actually selected as the operator of those funds in January. Next, we will introduce a special message from an alumni startup who went through significant growth after taking part in the FIBC Pitch Contest, which was the predecessor of FINOPITCH. Please enjoy this message by Mr. Paul Chapman, Chief Executive and founder of Moneytree KK.
Hi, this is Paul Chapman from Moneytree. We're a Japanese fintech company. Hi, everybody. Wishing you best of luck for FINOPITCH 2022. Moneytree is a Japanese fintech company that got its start at FIBC, the forerunner to FINOPITCH, way back in 2015. This is a great opportunity for all of you to attract a lot more attention to what you're doing in Japan and around the region. Japan is a market with great need for new information technology, and we still have a small number of fintechs. That means there's lots of opportunity for new fintechs in Japan and fintechs from overseas. So good luck, give it your best shot, and I'm rooting for you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul Chapman. You know, we still remember you presenting in fluent Japanese at FIBC 2050. So Paul is one of the pioneers of non-Japanese entrepreneurs starting businesses here in Japan. And now we are going to close up the audience award voting pretty soon. So we want to remind you that your voices can be heard through the audience award. Don't forget to vote for your favorites. And now we would like to move on to the award ceremony. So in the middle of the pandemic, the selection was made with videos submitted by the applicants from different parts of the world. And we have just viewed the pitches of the 14 finalists. We're now about to find out who among the finalists are the final winners for FINOPITCH 2022. For this award ceremony, all startups who have offices in Japan are right here in the venue. Welcome everyone. Hello there. And for those taking part from overseas, they're participating via video conference. So what you're going to see now is the combination of the two, here in the studio and video conferencing. We're going to bring them in via Zoom. So we hope that it will work. Our fingers are crossed, and we hope you enjoy the show. Now, I would like to introduce the finalists once again. Let's start with the finalists from Japan. The following 7 startups from Japan were the finalists for FINOPITCH 2022, and they are ABCash Technologies Incorporated for ABCare, DATAZORA for REVSWAP, JPYC Incorporated for JPYC, Meme Company Limited for manimo, Sustainable Lab Incorporated for TERRAST, Toggle GK for Toggle, and Visual Alpha for Visual Alpha. And from outside of Japan, we saw these 7 finalists pitch with their videos. They are Accessifi from China for Accessifi, Eltropy Japan GK from the USA for Eltropy, G-Bank Technologies OU from Estonia for GmbH, Protosure from USA for Protosure, Tractable Limited from UK for AI Property, TrinityEco from Singapore for TrinityEco, and YOUKI GmbH from Germany for Wattify. And now I would like to proceed with the announcement of the 4F Supporter Awards. The Supporter Awards will be provided by Information Services International Dentsu Limited, 7 Bank, Mitsubishi Estate Company Limited, and Jetro. The first company is Information Services International Dentsu Limited, or ISID. Now, they've been supporting the pitch contest for the past decade, way back from the days of the FIBC. So, ISID, please come up to the stage. All right, and the ISID award goes to YOUKI GmbH for Wattify. All right, round of applause. So now we are setting up the Zoom connection. We're going to bring them up, and we can see right there. Welcome, welcome. So,
welcome.
As you just saw, we just passed you the award in red there, that little placard, which symbolizes the award. And now I would like to ask ISID for the reason for the award.
Right.
Wattify is an open energy asset tokenization platform for cloud investment. We have chosen them because they are adapting new technology of blockchain to face social challenge of how we can bring investment into sustainable energy projects. The solution is developed based on Germany regulatory and social environment, but we expect to have relevance for Japan and other Asian countries. Congratulations, and we'd like you to expand your business here. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ISID. And YOUKI, congratulations again. Could you please say a few words?
Thank you very much that we have been selected to win this award. We are extremely excited to bring our product to Japan, and we would welcome investors as well as private retail investors in Japan. And I'm sure that by autumn we can bring our product to the Japanese market. Thank you very much for your trust in our company, in our product. Thank you.
Thank you, YOUKI. And now we come back here. Now, we are actually going to send this plaque to YOUKI with their name on it, so keep an eye out for that. And ISID, thank you very much. You can return to your seat. All right, so up next, we have the Supporter Award from 7 Bank Limited. 7 Bank also won the Financial Institution category of JFIA this year and is passionately supporting many growing startups. 7 Bank Limited, please come up to the stage. Welcome. And the 7 Bank Award goes to JPYC Incorporated for JPYC. JPYC, please come to the stage. All right, come on up, watch your feet there. Okay, please accept your plaque. And we're going to take a photo. Very nice, a nice commemorative photo. All right then, so JPYC, congratulations.
Thank you.
Could you give us a few words, please?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm very happy to win this great award. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. So JPYC and 7 Bank, please return to your seats.
はい、去年に引き続き日本語で失礼いたします。はい、JPYC さん日本で初めてステーブルコインをローンチされたということで、まさにスタートアップらしいというところと、すでにいろんな連携をされているというところで、我々流通出身の銀行なんで、これからいろいろ連携できるかなということで選ばせていただきました。はい。コメントありがとう。ちょっと飛んじゃったから。すみません。Okay, so thank you for your comment. I skipped ahead a little bit there. All right, so thank you both very much. Another round of applause for our winners. All right, and next. Oh, comment. Oh, I thought we already heard the comment. Okay, you get another comment. You go for it. 日本語でいいよ。
はい、すみません。
どうぞどうぞ。
いや、本当にまさかセブン銀行さんからいただけるとは思ってなくて、セブン銀行さんと本当提携したいとたまたま思っていたところでこんな賞をいただけてびっくりしています。本当にありがとうございます。
日本語の方が長いよ。All right, fantastic. Congratulations. All right, you can return to your seats. And next, we will announce the next supporter award, which is from Mitsubishi Estate Company Limited. So please come on up to the stage. All right, with the Mitsubishi Estate Award, 3 months of FINOLAB hot desk usage rights for 2 people will be given as a supplementary prize. That's very nice. We hope it will support your business to grow. And the Mitsubishi Estate Award goes to Visual Alpha Company Limited. Visual Alpha, please come on to the stage. All right, they're making their way to the stage right now from the back of the venue. So please accept your plaque.
Thank you.
And we're going to take a nice photo. There you go, smile for the camera. Lovely. Very good. So Mitsubishi Estate Company Limited, please tell us the reason for awarding this award to them.
So we see many workers finding it difficult to manage a flood of information and different kinds of data. So we believe that Visual Alpha is a solution to that kind of works and bring revolution to asset management operations and let people focus on more creative part of work. So that's why we chose Visual Alpha.
All right, thank you very much. And Visual Alpha, congratulations to you. You guys can switch places. Will you give us a few words, please? Oh yeah, Irikaise, there we go.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you to the FINOLAB for the opportunity. And it's a great event. And I'm surprised that Mitsubishi Real Estate has such a deep understanding of the asset management, which is very complex industry. So we would like to work with all players in the industry to transform the data management and reporting efficiency. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Another round of applause for Visual Alpha, and both you and Mitsubishi Estate Company can return to your seat. Oh no, actually you get to stay. You know what, you're doing another one. That's right. All right, so up next we have another Mitsubishi Estate Award, and that award goes to GBank Technologies OU. GBank Technologies, please come on to the stage. Congratulations, GBank Technologies. Please accept your plaque, and we'll take a nice photo of you two. Very nice, very nice. Now, Mitsubishi Estate Company Limited, please tell us the reason for the award.
We believe GIGA's service will contribute to make all the cities in Japan more open to people from outside from Japan. So as a real estate company, we would like to welcome all talents who are eager to work and live here. So that's why we chose GIGA's.
All right, fantastic. And you guys can trade places. And GBank Technologies, congratulations. Please tell me how to pronounce the umlaut over the U and then say a few words.
It's U.
Ooh, okay, good. Please.
Yeah. Thank you, FINOLAB, for the opportunity to participate in this great competition. And thank you so much, Mitsubishi Estate, for the recognition. I'm, as a foreigner living in Japan, I'm intimately familiar with the challenges that people coming from outside of Japan have in this country. And right now we are doing our best, working hard to launch a service this year in a cooperation with a bank in Japan. And I hope that Japan will become more open in the future, and the vision of Tokyo as a financial city will also be expressed in a better service for foreign residents in here. Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations again. So thank you, GBank Technologies and Mitsubishi Estate Company Limited. Please return to your seats. And now, we would like to turn to the Japan External Trade Organization, also known as JETRO. JETRO, please come to the stage. And the company that receives the JETRO award will be recognized as a JETRO Special Support Company and given support for international expansion. And the JETRO award goes to Sustainable Lab Incorporated for TERRAST. Sustainable Lab, please come to the stage. Congratulations. Please accept your plaque. And pause for a photo. Very nice. And now, JETRO, could you please tell us your reasoning for giving the award?
Yes, we selected Sustainable Lab because they have a good service for not only for Japanese market but also for foreign markets too. I'm not sure whether you are thinking about expanding more in the global market, but we are happy to support you anytime. JETRO, as a Japanese governmental organization, we have many support menus for startup companies, especially Japanese startup companies. For example, we have 29 global acceleration hub in 29 ecosystems globally. So with using that, you can access to the market and also accelerators, VCs, investors, business partners there. So please don't forget to use JETRO when you expand. And the good thing is everything is free of charge for Japanese startups. So it's also for you. So please contact us later and JETRO anytime. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And if you could switch places, please. We'll have a few words from Sustainable Lab. Oh, and there we go.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you, FINOLAB, for organizing such a wonderful event, as well as thank you, JETRO, for giving this such a wonderful awards. Yes, you're spot on. We released a pre-Series A round 2 days ago, and in that statement, we explicitly mentioned that we are planning to go globally. So it's great to have JETRO this award and with your support in near future. So thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Sustainable Lab and JETRO. Please return to your seats. All right, so up next, we are going to announce the Audience Award in the Japan category. So this is where your voices are heard. We hope that you watched very carefully, you took some notes, and you weighed all of the different entrants. Each entrant has a very different approach to the financial sector, and there were certainly many entrants worthy of your vote. So and I'm just asking if we are ready for the video. Just want to double check. Yes, okay, fantastic. So the presenter will be Ms. Chie Ito, the CEO of FINOLAB Incorporated. So Ms. Ito, please come to the stage. I think she deserves a round of applause. Let's give her a round of applause. All right, the FINOPITCH 2022 Japan Audience Award goes to ABCash Technologies. ABCash Technologies, please come to the stage. Congratulations. Please accept this plaque and this bouquet. And we're going to take a photo. All right, fantastic. So congratulations again, ABCash Technologies. Would you like to give us a few words, please?
Oh, thank you so much. And first of all, we are honored to receive such a great award. And it's a big problem that financial literacy is still low in Japan. And it's kind of, challenge is really great. And so we continue to devote ourselves to reduce money worries and so helping as many people as possible to live happily. And so thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, ABCash Technologies. Please return to your seat. And Ms. Ito, please stay for the International Audience Award. Okay, so next we're going to be announcing the International Audience Award. Again, Ms. Chie Ito, the CEO of FINOLAB Incorporated, will be the presenter. And the FINOPITCH 2022 International Audience Award goes to YOUKI GmbH. So we're going to bring them up on Zoom. So there they are again, and now we're going to transfer the plaque virtually. Well done, well done. So Yuki, congratulations again. Will you give us a few words, please?
Thank you very much. This came a little unexpected, so I don't have much words, but thank you very much for everybody who watched and who thinks that we have a great product. We'll bring it live soon, and we hope to have many, many clients also from Japan. Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations again, and we will be sending you this plaque with your name on it, so please keep your eye out for that. All right, thank you very much. Ms. Ito, please return to your seat. Thank you, and I'll hand this over to you. Thank you so much. Now, before announcing the grand prize, the judge panel decided to give an honorary mention for a new initiative with a social impact. The presenter will be Ms. Takaoka, co-founder of FINOVATORS. Ms. Takaoka, please come to the stage. All right, welcome. And the honorary mention goes to Meme Company Limited from Japan for manimo. Meme, please come up on stage. All right, congratulations to Meme. Please accept the plaque and this bouquet as well. You got your hands full. All right, and we'll take a commemorative photo. Very nice. So congratulations, Meme. Would you like to give us a few words, please?
I'm very honored to receive this award. Actually, this month is our company's first anniversary of establishment. So this is the best gift for us. Thank you so much. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Meme. And you may please return to your seat. But Ms. Takaoka, please stay on stage. All right, now finally, we will announce the grand prize. The judge panel by FINOVATORS, the pro bono mentor group, which consists of fintech experts, has chosen the Japan Grand Prize. The presenter will again be Ms. Takaoka, co-founder of FINOVATORS. We will now announce the winner. The FINOPITCH 2022 Japan Grand Prize goes to DATAZORA Company Limited for REVSWAP. Congratulations, DATAZORA. Please come up on stage. All right, they're making their way to the stage. Congratulations. Please accept your plaque and this bouquet. And we'll be taking a commemorative photo. There we go. Fantastic. All right, DATAZORA, congratulations. Will you give us a few words, please?
Thank you very much for selecting us. We look forward to partnering with financial institutions and investors here. And yeah, thanks again.
All right, congratulations. You may return to your seat. Well done, well done. And finally, we will announce the International Grand Prize from the finalist whose pitch videos we saw before. The presenter will again be Ms. Takaoka, co-founder of FINOVATORS. And the FINOPITCH 2022 International Grand Prize goes to GBank Technologies OU from Estonia for GmbH. Congratulations. Please come to the stage. Welcome. Please accept, oh yes, please accept your plaque and this bouquet. And we're going to get another photo. We smile for the camera. Come to the front a little bit. Fantastic, fantastic. And once again, could you please give us a few words, GBank Technologies?
This was very unexpected. thank you very much for all this trust and recognition. This additional validation really strengthens our resolve to bring the product to the market as quickly as we can. And we take it like a great encouragement. And yeah, looking forward actually to seeing the customer feedback and everything later this year. Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations. Thank you, and you can return to your seat. All right, and Ms. Takaoka, you can stay for your overall comments. Now, in addition, the Tokyo Metropolitan Government has kindly offered to give a subsidy to support those receiving the grand prize, audience award, and honorary mention, unless they're already receiving benefits from Tokyo. For their choice of support, FINOLAB will arrange all the necessary procedures. As we have announced all the winners of FINOPITCH 2022, we would like to have a word representing the judge panel. Ms. Mio Takaoka, partner of DNX Ventures and co-founder of Finovators. Please, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. Firstly, I would like to start from congratulating all the winners. And moreover, all the finalists should be very proud to take part in the award event today, as they have gone through a very competitive process. The application for FINOPITCH opened last November and closed the end of January. We had more applicants than we expected from 8 different countries. And going through their video submission, FINOLAB staff made an initial selection. And the judge panel, consisting of the Finovators members, have chosen the finalists and made the decision of grand prize for both Japan and the international award. Before commenting on our awards, I would like to touch upon some of the trends, the 3 major trends that we observed for the finalists this year. The first, we have seen more startups applying their solutions related to sustainability. Whether it's the visualization of CO2 emission or investment on renewable energy, there are surely strong interests to solve environmental issues. Second, we have seen an increase in solutions to improve financial literacy. Especially in Japan, we are about to introduce financial education programs at senior high school levels, and there are strong needs in the society to improve awareness for financial well-being. Lastly, as it has been the case before, many applicants are to adopt various emerging technologies such as AI, blockchain, and data analytics to tackle their respective challenges. And we are excited to see their application becoming more sophisticated. It used to be the case that many startups claimed to be innovative just because they were using these technologies, AI, blockchain, etc. But most startups this year seem to focus on the business models or frictions they're trying to remove, and the technology has become the enabler. So I would like to start our comment from our special prize honorary mention, Meme, with their manimo. We are very impressed with their approach to improve the financial literacy of children. As their products were in very early stage, we decided to award them for honorary mention with strong expectation for their future growth. So congratulations. For our Japan Grand Prize, we selected DATAZORA for their REVSWAP, providing a funding platform for companies with recurring revenue. Now with many startups that are adopting SaaS model for their business entry, we believe that there seems to be a big potential for such funding approach with limited support from conventional financial institutions. DATAZORA seems to have solid management team with industry experience, and we expect them to work on their business development capabilities. For our international grand prize, we had a long discussion as GBank Technologies already have clear path to build their business in Japan. But since their plan to target at the non-Japanese segment, which has strong need to have better access to financial services, is very convincing, the judge panel agreed to award them with the international grand prize. We hope to see their collaboration with financial institutions and fintech players to expand, since it will be difficult to improve their service offerings just by themselves. We would like to thank all the participants for showing their creative challenges, and we hope to see you even more, and we hope to see even more exciting innovation next year. Until then, please stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Takaoka, very much. And we would like to conclude FINOPITCH 2022. As you said, we want to see even more competitors next year. And we've also finished off all of the activities of the whole week of the 4F event. Now, lastly, there will be a few words from Mr. Makoto Shibata, the head of FINOLAB.
So it's such a pity to end this exciting event. And for the past 5 days, I think we had a very challenging debate. And on Monday, we talked about digital banking, which is changing a lot these days. And on Tuesday, we talked about behavioral economics, which has significant application to our financial services. And we had Japan Financial Innovation Award on Wednesday. And we had a lot of participants there. And on Thursday, we had new business development as a main topic. And I think many people in the large financial institutions are struggling to create new business. And today we had this FINOPITCH. And I would like to thank many people who are involved in this event. So there were 8 supporters, including the public ones. And there were 14 partners who helped us to publicize this event. And also, I would like to thank 10 presenters with their deep knowledge in their own initiatives. And also, I would like to thank award winners of JFIA. There were 18 of them, all taking part in the ceremony. And today we had 14 finalists of fintech startups for this FINOPITCH. And also I'd like to thank 9 judge panels from Finovators spending their time to evaluate many different initiatives. And also I'd like to thank all the viewers. We had almost 1,000 people registered to watch this event. And also finally, I'd like to thank all the staffs who made this event possible, from FINOLAB and also other professional staffs, including video, audio, lighting, catering, receptionists. All these efforts had made this 4F event possible. And this Future Frontier Fest by FINOLAB, or 4F, has been brought to you from the 4th floor of Otemachi building. And to conclude, I would like to mention 4F words of hope for the future. Initially, we would like to live in a free world where we can challenge anything. And also, we would like to live in a fair world where no discrimination will exist. And thirdly, we would like to live in a fearless world where we don't have to worry about the survival for tomorrow. And lastly, we would like to live in a fun world where all of us can enjoy our life. So stay safe until the next opportunity that we have different events or meetups or whatever they encounter in online world or in real world. So thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Shibata. And now it's time to say goodbye from FINOLAB until next year, where we hope to see all of you again.
日本企業そのものにはまだまだ力があって、でこの企業とこの企業の力を合わせることで非常にもっといいものが生まれてくるということを確信しているからです。
スタートアップと大手の企業が混在しているユニークな場所です。
大企業の中でも結構新しい取り組みをやっている、そういう方々が多いので刺激はすごく受けると思います。
私たちのような技術を持っているスタートアップ企業に対してすごいいい環境だと思います。
世界で通用するスタートアップになるため
未来に向かって走っている方が多いかなと思います。
現状の常識にとらわれない方は多いと思います。
すごい自由な人が多いですね。
目的を共にしている仲間たちの集まりです。
取れてると社外の友達が増えたといいますか。
来れば誰かいるという安心感があります。
第一線で頑張っている方々とここで出会っていろんな刺激を得られるからですね。
場の力っていうところが非常に重要だと思います。
テナントさんの技術と我々が提供できるサービスが交差してクロスしてで新しい未来を作っていくものだと思います。
新しい金融機能が生まれると思います。
丸の内の未来は明るいだと思います。なぜかというとベンチャーが多いので、クリエイティブな人も多いので、そういう環境こそ成功が生まれてくると思います。
今もう返信しましたね。今丸の内はものすごいハプニングスポットになっちゃいました。
世界中の人たちが来るようなそんな街にしたいなと思ってます。
世の中こうなってったらいいなっていう領域がクロステック。
スタートアップと大企業が協業して新しいサービスを開発していく仕組みを作っていくことが私たちのミッションだと思います。
求む食と脳と暮らしのイノベーター